Hey YouTubers, it's Nuke, and we have arrived at the second set of the night. This is Fantasy versus Luxury on Medusa. Yeah, both of these guys are great players. Just like Bisu and Best were great players, both of these guys are great players too. Although I'd say probably Fantasy is the lowest level player of this OSL right now. It's kind of debatable because Hero is so new, but I do think Hero has been playing better than Fantasy in this OSL thus far. Taking out Bisu and Lita quite comfortably, I might add, is not an easy feat. And we'll see how Fantasy handles Luxury here, because Luxury has been red hot recently. 3, 2, 1, 0. Like I said, this is on Medusa. 3-player map goodness. Another blue map, of course. Can't get enough of the blue. Let's get the colors and positions. Over here at the 3 o'clock in Beige is Fantasy. That means down at the 7 o'clock was Luxury. And we'll see which direction. Yeah, looks like Luxury is going to get the scout early, since he's sending his Overlord in the right direction already. He's down there in blue, by the way. I'll give you the stats right now, since I think that's important for this matchup. Fantasy's worst matchup is against Zerg, of course. He's lost a lot of embarrassing games against Zerg. It's at 48% even. But luckily for Fantasy, Luxury's worst matchup is against Terran at 55%. But 55% definitely is better than 48. So I think Luxury does have the advantage here. He is my favorite to win against Fantasy here, just because of his level of play that he's been showing recently. He's been doing so great in the MSL, and I think he was the first player to all-kill the Winners League. Not completely sure about that. Not sure if it was him or his brother, to be honest. I remember the face, but not the name. But yeah, he's been destroying everyone. Getting past Lita in the MSL was quite a feat. Quite a feat indeed. And yeah, looks like Fantasy is walling off here at his main. He's going to wall off his main with a barracks and a supply depot. It's pretty easy to wall off that choke. And he's going to try to stop any kind of early aggression, because Luxury is very well known for his early aggression. He's been 5-pooling a lot recently. He's definitely not afraid to get a lot of Zerglings out early and put himself at a disadvantage economically. Ooh, the gas coming up for Fantasy. So it looks like we are going to see a mech build, and yeah, I can't ignore this. Look at that. That's ridiculous. Koreans, you're so freaking weird. Weirdos. Okay, you're not weird. Everyone's weird in some way. But dressing up as a horse with something in your nose, that's weird, man. I see that horse statue a lot. But here is the 11 pool and the 12 hatch coming up for Luxury. He's getting his Overlord in here, so he is going to spot this early gas. And he's going to know that Fantasy is going for mech this time. It's kind of smart for Fantasy to go for this, to be honest, because his medic and marine control it's not that great. It's kind of strange, since he's on SKT1, he gets to train under I Love UUV a lot, and UUV's marine control, it used to be so freaking awesome, so it's kind of hard to explain why Fantasy's medic and marine control just doesn't work for him. Looks like a marine out. We'll see how many marines Fantasy decides to pump here. Probably about 2. I'd say 2, just to get rid of the initial Overlord scout here. Luxury is going up with his Overlord. He's going to try to get out of harm's way with this Overlord. He's going to try to come up here. We'll see if Fantasy is able to take out this Overlord. I don't think he will be able to take it out with just a single Marine up here. So, looks like the gas, just one SCV on gas right now, so this probably means some early Vultures. Vultures are going to come in and try to harass the natural expansion of Luxuries. Here comes the factory, and the Vulture is coming out. So there's the Sunken. Luxury has seen this build a lot, so he's going to know how to counter it. The lair is coming up, so we're probably going to see some Mutalisks to counter this. He's probably going to get a lot of great Mutalisk harassment out here to counter this mech build, while Fantasy is putting down his expansion. And a starport, so it looks like we are seeing the Fantasy build. At least that is my guess anyway. Probably going to see some Valkyries out. Or maybe it's just for drops. He could be getting out a drop ship to drop some vultures around the bases. That could definitely help him, except it looks like Luxury has put down a Sunken at his natural. We'll see if he puts down a Sunken in his main. If he puts down a Sunken in his main, I don't think any drops are going to get anything done. But no, a Wraith coming out of the starport for Fantasy. So Fantasy's going for some Wraith to get some damage done there. And I think he had a Vulture out. I think, yeah, he pumped a Vulture here that's coming in to try to harass. That's not going to get the job done since there is a Sunken there. And a Hydralisk Den blocking the way. So Fantasy is going to have a lot of trouble harassing if he decides to go in there with his Vulture. Probably not going to get anything done with that Vulture except keep Zerglings from moving out of the natural expansion. he has his Marine there looking for that Overlord that's scouting the new base coming up for Fantasy. There's a Spire coming down right now. So I'm not sure if this is going to be another epic fake out from Luxury or not. Luxury in Game 5 versus Lita, he did an awesome fake out. He put down the Hydralisk Den and made Lita think he was going for Lurkers when he didn't pump any Hydralisk at all. He went all Mutalisk. But looks like we are seeing one Hydra out here. Lucky for him, he went for Hydra, so he's going to be able to get rid of the Wraith. Just a single Wraith in here right now. Mines are out. So Overlord speed needs to be researched right now if he's not researching it already. Overlord speed is one of the most important parts to dealing with the new mech build from a Terran player, because if all of your Hydras go out and they hit one mine, it could take out a full control group of Hydras easily, and that could swing the game completely. Looks like Fantasy, he's building a turret here. He's getting turrets all over his bases to fend off any Mutalisk harass, and he's laying mines all over the place, so he's doing a good job, actually, of denying Luxury all of his options. And I think Luxury is going out with a Zergling group. I'm not sure if that Zergling group survived there in the middle or not. Since there are so many mines out here, I think Luxury might have lost all of his Zerglings trying to go out there. So Luxury is probably researching Overlord speed right now. Valkyrie is out, so we are seeing a modified Fantasy build right now. Valkyries are going to help Fantasy defend his bases against Mutalisk harass. Mutalisk harass, of course, is one of the most important prospects to a Zerg player that's trying to deal with the mech build. Looks like Luxury is pulling his Mutalisk back to try to get rid of this Vulture and keep that Vulture from picking at the new hatchery. And, intercepting the Wraith here. There is no cloak.